Hi! Welcome back to It's Classy QTV. I'm Quiana, and today I'm going to be talking all about preparing to become a godly wife. As you know, I am engaged and I'm so excited about it. Our wedding is getting close, and I wanted to share some of the ways that I've been preparing to become a wife. And this is a big time. As exciting as it can be, it can also be overwhelming because there are so many changes that have to take place, and it happens rapidly. Recently, I had a quick mindset shift, and I realized that what I'm about to embark on is a very serious thing. And there's fun, there's bliss, it's a beautiful transition, and I can't believe I'm actually talking about becoming a wife and getting married, and at the same time I mean, we waited a long time, but marriage is serious. I'll be taking on new responsibilities. I'll have to tend to a husband. I will now be sharing my life with somebody else. The single life is way different than a married life, and I realize that I'm going to have to mature in the way that I think about things, the way that I handle situations. So I just wanted to share 5 ways to prepare for becoming a wife. So you know what that means. Let's jump into it. Tip number 1, spend time with God. Spending time with God is imperative to a single life or a married life. And before you get married, you really want to make sure that your relationship with God is on lock, because He's going to be doing a lot of communicating with you during this time. And I've witnessed it already. There have been times in my courtship with Mark where I realized that I was starting to become a nag. I remembered the scripture, it's better not to be a nag to your significant other. There's actually a few scriptures that speak on this topic. I'll give you 2. Proverbs 21:9 says, "It is better to live in a corner of the housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife." Proverbs 27:15, "A continual dripping on a rainy day and a quarrelsome wife are alike." So the Bible also uses the term contentious, which also means the same thing. You get the point. I've realized that it's better for me to just take certain things to God in prayer and not bug my fiance with it. I tell on my fiance to God. Developing that close relationship with God will also make your marriage stronger and keep your home in harmony. And as a woman, our job is also to provide a peaceful environment for our significant other. And the best way to start that off is with prayer and worship and praise to the Father. So have a relationship with God, get into the Word as much as you can. Tip number 2. Have a routine. You don't want to enter marriage stressed out. So having a routine is good. And then when you get married, you can create a routine that works for the two of you. But you want to just keep your life structured. Structure is very important. Taking on a marriage is going to mean adding more to your plate. So if your life is already hard to juggle, it might be better to simplify and get rid of a few things. Becoming a godly wife means having a plan, having a vision for your family, your marriage, and your life day to day. Tip number 3. Read books and further your knowledge. Learn more. I listen to different podcasts as I'm preparing. I also am reading a few books. Thank God for resources. This book has been a major blessing for me. It's called The Power of a Praying Wife by Stormy O'Martin or O'Martian. I think every woman should have this book. Every wife to be, anyone who's already married, that book is a godsend. It really will help you in all areas of a married life. Learning how to pray for your spouse, learning what to pray for. Sometimes you don't even know what to pray for. And in that book, there's prayers, there's scriptural references as to what to do when you don't know what to do. I also read The Weight by Devon Franklin and Megan Good, personally signed by Megan and Devon themselves. I bought this book a few years back. Me and Mark are waiting until marriage, so it's another good resource. My newest book added to the collection would be The 5 Love Languages, The Secret to Love That Lasts by Gary Chapman. Everyone has heard of The 5 Love Languages, but I am finally reading it, and so far it is really, really good. I've heard such positive things about it. I just have to get Mark on board with reading it with me now. But It's a really good book, and I think it's important to learn the love languages of your spouse, because that way you understand how to love each other better. So that's another great book to read. I listened to a few podcasts. I really like Milena Ciati on YouTube. Hi, Milena. You're probably not watching this video, but anywho, I listened to her podcast. It's called As For Me and My House. She and her husband always have great godly wisdom, and they just keep it real, very down-to-earth approach. Love them. I also listened to Encounter Now podcast by Chelsea and Nick Hurst. They're also on YouTube. I really enjoy their content as well. Very encouraging. To name a few more, the Let's Make Out podcast by Gabe and Babe TV. I also like to listen to Marriage Today on YouTube and Priscilla Shire, just to name a few. There's a ton. Tip number 4, premarital counseling. You can't go wrong with it. Premarital counseling is crucial to your relationship and preparation to marriage, because they really do outline all of the things that you need to think about and consider before you get married. Me and Mark still have our premarital counseling workbooks, and they've been a major blessing to us, and I know that we will be referencing them even in marriage. So if you haven't already, I would highly recommend premarital counseling. Doesn't mean that anything is wrong per se, it's just preparation. It's just preparing you for the next step. All right, tip number 5 would be to surround yourself with a good community. What exactly does that mean? Well, when you're getting married, I think it's very important to start finding people that you can talk to, people that have experience, people with wisdom that can support you on your journey, because this is a new step and it's going to be a major life change. So you want to talk to people that have already done it and that can give you some wisdom as to what to expect and how to go about being a married woman. Last but not least, challenge yourself and stretch yourself to become that woman that you know God is preparing you to be. So if that means helping out around the house more, if that means giving more of your time, doing things without complaining, have a servant's heart. Do whatever you're asked to do without murmuring, and serve as much as you possibly can, because in marriage you're serving each other, and that doesn't always mean doing what you feel like doing. It's just doing what needs to be done with love. Teaching yourself endurance now is going to produce great character in the future as a wife. So there you have it, 5 tips with a bonus tip, becoming a godly wife. I hope this video was helpful. Ladies, leave your comments below how you prepared for becoming a wife. What are some of the best tips that other people have given you? Subscribe to the channel for more content. Give this video a thumbs up, share it if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!